And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome out to Texan Drive Stadium and tonight's football game featuring West Orange, Stark, and Caldwell High School. My name's Forrest Cox along with Chance Bond here at Texan Drive, and looking forward to another great night of football. Now, Chance, Caldwell been the Cinderella story all year long. You know, they beat Lamarck, a good team, and they beat Columbus, another good team, the last 2 weeks. But West Orange, Stark, a lot of people were talking overmatch. What do you think?
Well, you know, you look at Caldwell and where they're at and where they had to come from. Caldwell, right now, overall, are 8-4, and that's including their 2 playoff wins. They had 4 losses during their season. They're here by their simple sheer will and their outstanding quarterback play by Joseph Kornovic. I would suggest that Caldwell is in a game that they can win if they run the football and they manage the clock, they don't turn it over. West Orange Stark, to the opposite and contrary, are a 1-loss team. They lost to Foster. That's Fort Bend Foster for everybody that knows those teams right now currently in the playoff. Foster is killing folks right now. So West Orange Stark's single loss on the season was to Foster. Also, West Orange Stark is a state representative in the championship last year. They lost the state championship to Gilmer. So this is a seasoned West Orange Stark team going up against an upstart Caldwell team. Caldwell is new to these situations, but it doesn't mean that these lights are too bright for the Caldwell Hornets.
Oh, great points made there. And, you know, Chance, we talked about it earlier, too, before we got on the air tonight. You mentioned about Caldwell giving up 40 points a game and West Orange only giving up 12. So what does this Caldwell team have to do to stop this high-powered offense of West Orange?
Well, and what we just got done mentioning it. They run the ball, eat up the clock, don't give West Orange a chance to get the ball, essentially. Make every possession count. Make sure that you're going the distance of the field. Don't turn the ball over, and eat that clock up.
You heard it from the man, Chance Bond himself. We're looking forward to another good one here tonight, as this is the 3rd round of the playoffs. This is really where you separate the men from the boys here, and just another great night here in Houston. Well, I guess we're in New Caney here tonight, suburbs of Houston area, and we appreciate all you listening to us here on TexanLive.com. As you see, West Orange on the field waiting on Caldwell. They're coming through the tunnel, but Chance, I know I'm excited about tonight. How about you?
I'm ready to get this show started with some fire.
Well, as Caldwell about to take the field, we'll take a quick break here on Texan Live, and we'll be back after the national anthem. And welcome back out to Texan Drive Stadium. It's the West Orange Stark Mustangs taking on the Caldwell Hornets. And another fantastic night for high school football here in New Caney, Texas. We're here at Texan Drive Stadium. As the captains get ready to meet at the center of the field, we'll send you down to the referees for the coin toss. And you heard from our head of referee down there, the Mustangs have won the toss and elected to receive. And get ready for a fantastic ball game, folks. It's the third round of the UIL Texas State Playoffs here at Texan Drive Stadium in New Caney. And Chance, here we go. I know you're ready for another good one.
Absolutely, and I would expect with West Orange Stark wanting the ball first that they're going to try to score first, get themselves on the board. And right now I'm looking for them to score quickly here. And hopefully Caldwell will anchor themselves down and dig themselves in deep and see if that they can hold that beehive that they call themselves the Hornets.
Well, you know, this is kind of the Cinderella story this year. You know, Caldwell never been to the playoffs before. This is the first time. West Orange Stark, of course, as you said earlier, was in the state championship game last year and lost, but ranked number 8 in the 4A division this year. So here we go. Teams are getting ready to kick off. And we are underway at Texan Drive Stadium. It's fielded at the 10, across the 15, the 20, the 25, a little seam, across the 30.
He's got a hole.
And almost a huge play to start this ball game, but nonetheless, good starting field positioning here for the Mustangs to open up this ball game.
Yeah, that looked like he had a seam and a crease that he was hitting on that. Got himself back to the 49. Great starting position for the Mustangs. And again, I look for them to start quick, Forrest.
Well, they definitely had that fast, high-powered offense, as Jackson Dallas, the quarterback and the leader of this offense for West Orange. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. One man in motion from the left. Here's the snap and the end around to the right side, and almost a great play in the backfield across the 45, the 40, and down right around the 50-yard line.
It's kind of an interesting variation of the jet sweep. You've seen it. High school football uses it quite a bit. It's going into college as well. But it was actually just kind of popped it to him as opposed to handing the ball off firmly, and still get themselves a 5-yard gain on that for us.
Nice pickup there for West Orange Mustangs. Actually, that did move the chains. I thought it was a little bit shorter game, but that is going to be 1st and 10. Ball at the 49-yard line. Dallas in the shotgun once again. Here's a snap. Dallas going to roll out to the left, look downfield, and almost a fantastic catch by Kean Hancock, and it'll be 2nd down for West Orange.
And as the quarterback's rolling to his left side there, the wide receiver's going with him. That's a very difficult throw to make on the run. Hit him on the spot, but a little bit ahead of the wide receiver there on that one.
And had Hancock caught that ball, it would have been a 1st down, but anyways, it's 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball still at the 49-yard line. 2 receivers to each side, a running back in the backfield for Dallas and the Mustang offense. And once again, here's a snap. Quick throw to the left side across the 50 and across the 45 and down at the 42-yard line. Once again goes Hancock.
Well, you're looking at the quick out on there, and they just matched with numbers. West Orange Stark able to get that quick out to work, bring the tight end over along with it. So you're basically matching with numbers. 3 Mustangs versus 2 Hornets. 3 always wins.
And I checked that. That was Thomas Wallace on the reception for the Mustangs. It'll be 3rd down and 2. And a nice spot for the Hornet defense here. Man in motion. This time it's Hancock. Here's the snap to give to Hancock. And he's got the 1st down and more across the 35. And he breaks a tackle.
Nice.
And down at the 25-yard line as he pushed that pile. But a great play right there from Hancock to pick up some extra yardage.
You know, Hancock goes in there. Looks like that he's getting almost like a rubber band when you throw it out the way. He's pulling, snaps back out of that tackle and gets himself another 5 yards. Great run by Hancock there.
So it'll be 1st and 10 inside almost close to the red zone territory now. And snap down. Dallas going to keep this one himself across the 20, across the 15, and forced out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Another 1st down for West Orange Stark.
Absolutely outstanding fake in the middle. That dive that everybody's going sucks in the Hornet defense on that, and they just spring that ball to the outside. Absolutely great design play on that by the Mustangs.
Well, Chance, this is what we talked about earlier, this high-powered, explosive offense of West Orange, and you knew it was going to be tough for Caldwell to stop.
Well, and the deal is that the speed of West Orange Stark, the precision in which they run this offense, they have not made any mistakes.
And 10:28 remaining here in the 1st quarter. Once again, 2 receivers to each side for Dallas. Man in motion. Here's a snap, fake give. This time a handoff up the middle. And down and around the 5-yard line. Once again goes number 21, Jeremiah Shaw, the running back for the Mustangs.
And as you look at this here, everything that West Orange Stark has done up to this point has been everything to the outsides, everything outside the tackles. They run the ball for the first time in between the tackles and get a large gain on this. Caldwell's got to figure out how they want to pick their poison on this.
So it'll be 2nd down and 4, ball at the 5-yard line for the Mustangs. Staying in the spread, man in motion for West Orange. And this one once again going to be a give up the middle. And ball's on the ground. We'll have to see who came up with it as it was given once again to the running back, Shaw. And it looks like West Orange is going to retain this one. It'll be awfully close to 1st down yardage. Going to be about 3rd and about 1 here for the Mustangs.
Well, on that again, you're looking for power. West Orange right now is trying to impose their will on that Caldwell defensive line. So Caldwell's got to hold themselves tight here, get themselves away with this. If they can get a stop here, big play for them.
So here we go, 3rd down and 1 for the Mustangs. And a big spot early in this ball game. Another man in motion. Here's the snap and the give up the middle. And touchdown Mustangs, ran in by number 21, Jeremiah Shaw.
No, that's the same thing. That the last 3 have been power runs in there. They get themselves a touchdown out of that. Out of the 7 plays that they ran in that whole series, that 60-yard basically march down the field, 6 of them were through the run. 1 pass and then that 1 incomplete pass that they had. That was it. They ran the ball the entire length of the field in just a little over 3 minutes, Forrest.
So here we go. It's the swinging gate field goal formation. Here comes a man in motion, and they're going to fake this extra point. Try to dump this one off real quick, and it's incomplete. 2-point conversion try, no good. But nonetheless, with 9:10 remaining in this ball game, West Orange Stark takes an early 6-0 lead over Caldwell. You're listening to Forrest Cox and Chance Bond here on TexanLive.com.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
And welcome back out here to Texan Drive Stadium. It's the Mustangs 6, the Hornets 0. A fantastic opening drive here for West Orange. And Chance, what did you like on that last drive?
Well, that's exactly what you expected out of West Orange Stark to do. Is they were going to take the ball and they're going to march it down the field. They score quick, they score often. Again, nothing that I didn't expect out of West Orange Stark. Now we got to see, can Caldwell respond to this? Can they get their ball? Now, this is where it goes, right down to these points here. Interesting formation that West Orange uses for kickoffs, though.
Hancock in for the kickoff, drills it down the middle, fielded about the 15, across the 20, the 25, and has a little seam there and goes down right about the 35-yard line, and it's going to be decent starting field positioning for the Hornets. Now, Chance, we talked about it earlier in the broadcast. The Mustangs only giving up 12 points a game average on defense, and the Hornets have had problems at times on offense, but other times they've been great. So what do they really have to do here on this opening drive?
Well, they've got to match the score. They have an opportunity now. They got 9 minutes left in this first quarter. They use, I would say, the majority of this first quarter, give them that 6-minute drive in there, get themselves ahead with an extra point.
1st and 10. Ball spot at the 35-yard line.
We got the decoy.
Here's the snap. Quick pass to the right side is complete. And almost bottled up right away. Only a gain of a yard is number 5, Tanner Stefka.
All right, and that's, on those quick outs like that, looks like they're looking for a soft zone pocket in there for West Orange Stark. They may have seen something through film that they're trying to get that out there. I would normally have expected Caldwell to start off running, but let's see when they see something that we don't.
Kronovic in the shotgun, takes the snap, has pressure up the middle. He's hit as he throws, and it's thrown out of bounds, incomplete. Nice pressure up the middle by number 54, Tayron Brown, the junior defensive linebacker for West Orange.
So now Caldwell's put themselves already in less than 60 seconds into the game in a 3rd and long situation by throwing the ball twice.
It's not exactly what we expected.
Not at all.
You talked about it earlier. We expected Caldwell to run a little bit. As you said, it's going to be 3rd down and 8. Gnovic's going to roll out of the pocket, has pressure up the middle, and it's complete but short of the first down. As once again, back-to-back plays, you saw Brown getting pressure up the middle, and they're going to force a 4th down here for Caldwell.
Now, what do you do here? You coach Goforth for the for Caldwell here. Do you punt here now, go 3 and out, and give West Orange Stark another opportunity to try to score? Your defense hadn't stopped in the first run. Doesn't necessarily mean that you can't make adjustments, but it looks like Caldwell's going to go ahead and punt.
You saw Coach Goforth think about it for a minute, but then just decide against his better judgment. Still way too early in this ball game. Here's a snap down. It's almost blocked, but a kick away, and it's a driller fielded about the 14-yard line, and a great special teams play as they're going to bottle him up back at the 25-yard line. Could have been closer, but either way, nice job hustling down the field there for Caldwell, and West Orange will have a long way to go.
Yeah, they will, and so that instead of being at the 40, they add another 15 yards to where they were before. So now they're going to have to march 75 yards as opposed to 60. Let's see if that 15 yards makes a difference this time for us.
Well, I've heard from Chance coaches back and forth all the time. Special teams can really win you a football game. I mean, you saw good starting field positioning the first drive for West Orange. This time it's going to be pinned a little deep. We'll see what happens here. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line once again for the Mustangs. 7:24 remaining here in the first quarter. Man in motion for the Mustangs. Here's the snap. Quick throw to the left side. Across the 25, makes a move. And good for the first down goes number 87, Wallace.
So that was a numbers thing again for us as they put the man in motion. They use motion in every single play. As they put the man in motion this time, you use him as a blocker. And again, you beat numbers on that edge. As you go your quick out, you got 3 men on there too. Caldwell is going to run into trouble if they don't do something different with that.
And it's very tough to stop. I mean, sometimes you see that man come in motion. You don't know if he's going to get the ball, if the quarterback's going to keep it, if you're going to give it to the running back. So many different options about that. But 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right for West Orange. Dallas going to stay in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Dallas looking deep downfield. Has pressure up the middle. Avoids a sack. And still rolling out. And just too high. Thought that was going to be complete to Hancock. But almost a great play there from West Orange. And a forced second down.
Interesting about that play there is that there was nobody in motion for West Orange Stark. What do? They try to go deep. Is that an indication? Did they just tip their hand on that? When they don't go anybody motion, is everybody doing on their fly routes there? I don't know. Something to keep in mind as this game progresses.
And we appreciate you listening to us tonight here at home, folks. Hope y'all are enjoying the broadcast so far. 6:42 remaining here in this ball game. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball back at the 30-yard line. Here's a snap down and a give up the middle across the 40. And met not necessarily right away, but a gain of 6. But a good job swarming to the ball there for the Hornets. It'll be 3rd down and 4. And if you're Caldwell, you need a big stop right here.
Absolutely. You got yourself. This is one of the very few 3rd down situations you got yourself into. You got 3rd and 4, 3rd and short a little bit. But if Caldwell can get a stop here, maybe that punt paid off. And that 15 yards did make the difference.
And this is a big spot early in this ball game for the Hornets and as well for the Mustangs. But it'll be 3rd down and 4. Another man in motion and a fake. Quarterback keeper by Dallas,
nice.
And he'll be short, bottled up by the Caldwell defense, and they'll force 4th down. A nice stand and stop for the Hornets, and here we go. Now they'll get the ball back, decent field positioning, so now you got a chance to tie the ball, or excuse me, to take the lead due to the 2-point conversion missed by West Orange.
You know, and I will say this in this situation, that Coach Gofford knows his boys. He knows his kids. He knows what they're capable of. You go ahead and punt in that situation, you know you're going to get the ball back. You're going to make your adjustments. You're going to make. So here we go in that, with the exception of the opening play in that drive, you go 3 and out.
So here's the snap, and the kick is away. It's a decent kick, called for a fair catch, and it's going to take a Hornet bounce and down at the 31-yard line. Well, they'll start 1st and 10.
Well, go ahead. Well, you look at now with 5 minutes left to go. We started their very first possession was at 4 minutes. So now you take basically out that entire possession. They're where they began the first time. They were able to stop the Mustangs on that last drive. They're going to get the ball back essentially in the same spot that they were when they kicked they had the punt. So now let's see if Caldwell does what we expect them to do here.
We know we talked about they like to run the football, so we'll see what happens. Here's a man in motion and a give to the left side and swallowed up right away by this West Orange Stark defense.
Well, it looked like on that quarterback did a little bit of slipping on that, so had to kind of force the handoff. So we'll give a little bit of a mulligan on that, yeah?
So, yeah, I agree with you 100%, buddy. It'll be 2nd down and long. Here's the snap. And looking downfield, he has pressure, and it's incomplete. Waiting on the official sign for the ref. It is ruled incomplete. Pass intended for number 8, Dominique Chambers.
Well, on that, it looks like that again. They had a little bit of time on that, and the receiver's open. Just kind of a short pass, a little difficult to catch.
But it's been so far all the plays you've seen West Orange get a lot of pressure up there so far, and Caldwell's got to do a job neutralizing that. Once again, here's a roll out of the pocket after the snap, and it's incomplete, too high. Intended for number 11, Devin Morris, but good coverage on the play for West Orange. Force a 4th down for Caldwell.
Well, then again, you're in a 3-and-out situation. Out of the 5 plays that you've ran in this entire game, you've run the ball once. You're a running team. Now, again, Gofford seems to know his guys, knows his kids. So maybe he's trying to force West Orange Stark to make some mistakes, but right now you're not getting any connection and completion on those passes.
So here's the snap, and pressure almost right away. Again, punt close to blocked. This one we fielded at the 32 and across the 35, down at the 37-yard line is number 18. check that, number 19, Ronald Carter on the return for West Orange. And you'll have, once again, you pinned them deep last time, but this time good starting field positioning, 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yeah, they're at the 38-yard line again. This is the very first possession for West Orange Stark. They started at the 40. They get themselves at 25. Now, they're essentially starting in the same field position that they were the first time.
So here comes Jackson Dallas, the junior quarterback for West Orange. Chance, we were talking about earlier, only 12 seniors this year on this West Orange roster, and they're still ranked number 8, but a real deadly team here.
Well, when you think about it, all the kids that you graduated last year off a team that played for the state title, and to be able to get back into running here. Wow.
And a nice play there from West Orange. Contavious Miller on the carry, picks up about 16 on that one, good for a first down.
Now look at how many different weapons that West Orange Stark is using. They're not going with 1, 2. They're going with a myriad of different players in different positions, coming from different angles, different formations.
And that's what we talked about earlier. There's just so many weapons here on this side of the ball, actually on both sides of the ball for West Orange, but just so many different things you can utilize. As 2 receivers to each side for Dallas. In the shotgun once again, another man in motion. Here's the snap and the give to the right side across the 40. And he breaks a tackle across the 30 as we thought he was going to be bottled up. But once again, you see Hancock able to break another tackle, and a huge pickup that time forces him down at the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 West Orange.
Well, and it looks like that Caldwell's going to have to figure out a way to stop that jet sweep. Do they have to spy somebody on Hancock, or do they need to rotate out on the direction that he comes from? But as soon as they make that adjustment towards that play, West Orange is showing a myriad of plays that they're able to run.
So Tripp still left. Here's the snap to Dallas. He's going to look for a quick pass and caught at the 20, across the 15, breaks a tackle, across the 10, 5, touchdown, West Orange Stark. Pass complete to number 4, Contavious Miller, and now it's 12-0 Mustangs.
All right, that is a play that was essentially less than a minute. And 6 seconds on that entire drive. So you go the 62 yards on that, Forrest? That they started at the 38-yard line, 62 yards in 3 plays, and a touchdown in a minute and 6 seconds. West Orange is deadly. They're striking quick. Now, again, Caldwell's got to be able to come back in that. They've got to keep themselves in the game. They need to score here on this. There's a swing gate again.
Here it is again. Man in motion. They're going to try this 2-point conversion. Here's the keeper up the middle by Dallas. 2-point conversion try. Good. And with 3:23 remaining here in the first quarter, it's West Orange 14, Caldwell 0. You're listening to Forrest Cox and Chance Bond here on TexanLive.com.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
And folks, I want to make sure that we remind you to turn into Fox Sports Southwest tonight from 11 to midnight for the season finale of the Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chen, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they take you through tonight's playoff games and preview tomorrow's games. The Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive tonight from 11 to midnight on Fox Sports Southwest.
Thank you very much for that, my friend. 3:23 remaining here in the first quarter. West Orange leads it 14-0 over Caldwell. And here's the kickoff. It's a short kick fielded at about the 20-yard line. It's dropped and able to get a little bit of a seam, and we may lose a yard or two as it was fielded at the 20 on the run and just couldn't collect his thoughts. But once again, another long way to go for Caldwell as they'll start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
Well, now let's see on this if Caldwell decides to go to what they're actually, what brought him here, what got them in this situation, and that was running the football. Again, Kornovic is a rushing quarterback, and let's see if he can get his team as they are down by 2 touchdowns, 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in this first quarter.
Kornovic, the senior quarterback, 6'5", 210. Big old boy for a quarterback. So here's the snap. Pressure once again up the middle. He's going to air this one out deep. and almost
intercepted.
There it is going to be intercepted. A great play by the cornerback for West Orange Stark as his teammates rattle or what was that word I'm looking for, Chance? I lost my train.
No, actually, as he throws that ball deep, the cornerback on that became the wide receiver. And instead of turning and trying to defend it, he's like, I'm just going to catch this thing. And you know, an interesting point, and we'll bring this up now, is we just saw a cornerback make an outstanding play. West Orange Stark has an NFL guy, an all-pro, and Earl Thomas, that's an alum of this West Orange Stark. So these guys know how to put kids at the DBU and also in the NFL.
So 1st and 10, ball at the 35-yard line for West Orange. They lead it 14-0, 3:03 remaining here in the first quarter. Here's a snap. Dallas going to look downfield. He has a man. He's going to try to throw one deep, and it's almost a fantastic catch, but great coverage on the play by the Hornets that time.
No, see, this is exactly, and that is brilliant coaching right there. As soon as you get a turnover, you want a momentum swinger, and you don't throw it deep. It's almost a free play. Go ahead and do it. Every single time that you have that situation, that, in my opinion, in my mind, is brilliant coaching right there.
I have to 100% agree with you. It almost catches the defensive side of the team that just had something happen to them. You try to strike them again, and it kind of catches them a little off guard. But it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball still back at the 35-yard line. Man in motion. Here's the give up the middle, and he'll get close to first down yardage. It is going to be a first down. All you have to do is keep your feet moving, and he's going to keep rolling. Incredible job of pushing the pile there from West Orange, but that just shows that anything can happen, and don't stop until the whistle blows.
And that's what they keep churning, keep grinding that, and just move the entire pile an extra 15 yards after Caldwell thought that they had the stop on the play.
Well, I'm going to add something in on that one too, Chance. I saw an offensive line that was blocking at the line of scrimmage. As soon as he saw that pile moving, you see him sprint up and keep trying to push as well. That's great teamwork here from West Orange. So at 1st and 10, now they're in Caldwell territory. Ball at the 44-yard line. And here's a snap to Dallas. He's going to fake it and look downfield once deep. Here's the throw. Wide open, but intercepted.
No, it is an interception. It is an interception. Wow.
Number 4, A.J. Zaboral on the interception. He had him wide open for a second, but Zaboral came out of nowhere there at the last second for an interception. But now, Chance, they're deep in West Orange Stark territory. Ball spotted back at the 8-yard line. And, watching the Atascocita Eagles, a big 6A team here in the 3rd round of the playoffs a couple weeks ago, they pinned Klein Collins in this situation twice, both times resulting in a safety. We know the strength of that West Orange Stark defense.
Well, and here I'm looking. Caldwell's going to give themselves a space here. I can't see where they're going to run the ball out of here.
And there it is, a give to the left side. And he's bottled up almost right away. That one's going to go for a loss of 3 as the run was to number 2, Keyshawn Chambers. And, oh, my, ball back at the 5-yard line for Caldwell.
Well, here I am saying that they're going to go ahead and run the ball to give themselves some space. And West Orange is able to make a outstanding defensive play on this. Caldwell's has to get this ball rolling.
So it'll be 2nd down and 13. Ball at the 5. Here's the snap. And a quick throw to the left side. It's going to be complete. He'll have to try to make a couple moves. Able to scrape out about 5 yards on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 8. But we're going to have to take a brief timeout here on the field. It's 128 remaining here in the first quarter. West Orange Stark leads at 14-0 over Caldwell.
If you want a real authentic Texas barbecue, you need to come to Tin Roof. We've been doing barbecue for 12 years, and we're just a little mom and pop barbecue joint. Everything is cooked fresh here. We have brisket, sausage, chicken that's cooked fresh every day, ribs cooked fresh every day. We have the world's best turkey, and then we do like 15 side dishes, and the side dishes are all from scratch. On Friday and Saturday night we have live music. We'll have a band playing outside. So if you get a chance, come by and see me.
And here we go after the timeout on the field. Here's the snap. And it's going to be quarterback keeper to the right side. And a great play there from the Mustang defense bottling up Kranovic as he could barely get across the line, forcing 4th down and long here for the Hornets. Been the story all day long, Chance.
That was an outstanding read by the linebacker on that play that just slices through and gets in pursuit angle on that. Absolutely outstanding play by the linebacker.
And there's going to be a timeout of the field, but we're going to keep it right here this time. And, West Orange leads at 14-0 over the Hornets. You've seen Caldwell stuffed in so many, not necessarily 3-and-outs. They've picked up a 1st down so far, but they just can't get anything going on offense.
No, they haven't been able to so far. And then we say, well, let's try to run the ball. They haven't been able to run the ball. They haven't been able to pass. And it's not even the pressure. If you look at it, the Malik Phillips, the last on the out there for West Orange Stark, he makes a stop. They're able to break down. This is a well-coached West Orange Stark team. These kids are breaking down. These kids are reading the plays. These kids are seeing what's going on. This is not a team of only talent. This is a team that is well-coached plus talent.
Well, and you also got to look at a discipline factor, too. They so far, knock on wood right now, they haven't made any mistakes. Unfortunately, we hope Caldwell doesn't do the same thing, looking for a great football game tonight. But it'll be 4th down and long, 55 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Caldwell going to be in punting formation after they called a timeout.
Well, as they trade interceptions each team, the field position right now is in West Orange's favor.
And it's going to be a shake punt, as it'll take a Caldwell bounce and go out of bounds at looks like the 43-yard line. That'll be already into Caldwell territory, and great starting field positioning for the Mustangs. As you've seen on their 2 touchdowns so far, they have had good starting field positioning. Not saying Caldwell, not taking anything away from Caldwell. They just can't get anything done against this tough West Orange defense. As we talked about it earlier, only giving up 12 points a game.
Well, and that's I mean, it's pretty obvious to me that you have a West Orange Stark team, again, that is incredibly well coached. These are incredibly disciplined kids. They're breaking down. They're making their reads. They're not over pursuing. They're not putting themselves in bad positions. This West Orange Stark team is a well-coached team. Did I say that once before?
I hadn't heard that one yet tonight. That's a good point from my couch coach up here, Chance Bond. So it'll be 1st and 10 out of the Wildcat formation. And here's a run to the left side across the 40. The 35 has a seam. The 25 and forced out of bounds at the 27-yard line is Hancock. As you see the coach Coach Thompson. Couldn't find the head coach's name on the roster for West Orange, but Coach Thompson already early in this ball game pulling out all the stops he can to take this early lead, as you see him going out of the Wildcat formation.
Well, he goes out of the Wildcat. Again, right now as we're watching this game, we're watching this develop. It's easy to see that right now Hancock is their main weapon on offense for the Mustangs. They're going to him early and often. He's been able to get chunks of yards, not just, they're not grinding yards. They are chunks of yards that this Hancock has been able to get for Mustang and Coach Thompson.
So here's the snap. Hancock again to the left side. Head across the 20, the 10, the 5. Another touchdown for West Orange. They'll take now a 20-0 lead here in the first quarter.
All right, that was a 24-second touchdown. They go 43 yards, 2 plays, 22 seconds, I'm sorry.
And here comes once again that swinging gate formation. Folks, you can probably see it lined up out there. It's just a different way to go for an extra point. You see 3 guys in the left, right, and middle. And here comes a man in motion. They're going to try to go for 2 again as he's going to go and come back. Here's a snap, quick throw to the left side, and read perfectly this time by the Caldwell defense, as 2-point conversion tried, no good. But with 24 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, West Orange leads it 20-0 over Caldwell. You're listening to Forrest Cox and Chance Bond here on TexanLive.com.
Allspa's is so much more than Ace Hardware. Sure, we have nuts and bolts, lawn and garden, faucets and fixtures, lights and locks, even outdoor cooking. But Allspa's is also a boutique, featuring the finest names in jewelry and home accessories. But most importantly, Allspa's is a friendly, helpful family of people who take pride in their products and services. Allspa's is Ace Hardware, and so much more.
All right, Texan Live is your new home for high school Houston High School sports. The road to the state continues tomorrow on a trio of games on TexanLive.com. In Waco, Atascocita takes on Rolett at 1, and then a doubleheader from NRG as Lamar faces Dickinson at 2 o'clock, and wrapping it all up at A&M Consolidated squares off against Ridge Point at 5:30. Now, I have seen myself 2 of those 6 teams, and you, my friend, are involved in one of those teams.
Yes, I am looking forward to my Eagles rolling tomorrow against Rowlett. It's going to be a tough game out there at McLean Stadium. But back here at this game, West Orange leads it 20-0. Here's the kickoff after the touchdown. It's going to bounce at the 25, across the 20, or excuse me, bounced at the 20, across the 25, returned to the 27 for Caldwell. And once again, tough starting field positioning for the Hornets.
Now, you think about how quickly this has been running here. This is Caldwell's 4th possession of the first quarter.
Well, they're going to take a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout here on TexanLive.com.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid. But sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Iron Man Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie. During our summer clearance event, we need to move our 2015s.
And you can count on a big selection.
A team dedicated to treating you better and low prices.
Like new Sierra Cruise discounted $12,400. That's right, folks. That's over 31%. And we have hundreds to choose from. Or a new Acadia for $299 a month.
Thanks for making us one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation.
Texan Buick GMC, located Highway 59 in Will Clayton. Or shop 24/7, TexanDrive.com. We treat you better.
And welcome back out to Texan Drive Stadium. It's West Orange 20 and Caldwell 0. And once again, it's going to be tough starting field positioning for the Hornets. But what do they have to do to get themselves back in this ballgame, Chance?
Well, now they're going to have to really change their game plan, and it seems to me that they tried to score quickly, be able to score with West Orange Stark, and they're going to have to get back to their basics, that being one of them.
As there's a give up the middle. And this one's going to go for about a gain of 5, and it'll be second down for the Hornets. But a nice pickup, and finally the first time in life we've seen as the first quarter will come to a close. So that means we're going to take another break here on Texan Live. You're listening to Forrest Cox and Chance Bond here.